Kirk Norcross has paid tribute to his late father Mick, reflecting on their relationship on his own son's birthday. The former TOWIE star, 33, shared a time-lapse video of the two in their workshop, writing, "I miss you so much, Dad. You made me the man I am today." Kirk heartbreakingly discovered his dad's body after Mick died by suicide on January 21, 2021, aged 57. Sharing the video on Tuesday night, Kirk wrote, "I will not forget anything you showed me. I love you so much. If only I knew you were hurting, I would have done anything to help you, heart, 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 heart." They also shared a peek of his dad's aviary, explaining how he likes to spend time there as I get to be with my dad in here and talk to him. The next morning Kirk spoke about his own son Harry, who was celebrating his 5th birthday. "The joy that little boy brings to me is unbelievable," Kirk told the camera before reflecting on his relationship with Mick. "It's a different kind of love, and it makes me realize why my dad worked so hard, because I'm doing it for my son, to just give your children the best life you can. It doesn't have to be financially, money doesn't make you an amazing parent. I grew up living in a council estate raised by my mother. We had nothing, but I had more love than money could ever buy. Just because you don't have money for your family doesn't mean you're not providing for them." Kirk also shared an appreciation message for his son's mum and his ex-partner Danielle, saying they had an amazing co-parenting relationship. Mick Norcross took his own life on January 21, 2021, aged 57, leaving behind assets including a luxurious 7-bedroom Essex mansion. But due to spiralling debts, he left just £42,000 of his £6 million estate to loved ones, having lost his self-made fortune. Taxes, settlement of debts and various other fiscal matters reduced the original £93 million fortune to just £42,381, according to probate files. Norcross, the father of former TOWIE co-star Kirk Norcross and one-time owner of Essex nightclub The Sugar Hut, did not leave a will prior to his death, meaning the remaining sum will go to his ex-wife Carrie. It's understood that the businessman also owed £554,503 to 9 separate lending agencies, including more than £22,000 in tax. His Willow restaurant and bar closed in December 2020, weeks before his death, with the business owing 4 loans to Barclays Bank. Norcross was also believed to be unsuccessful in a £1.5 million property deal in Bolton, Essex, while a separate endeavour to restore the Grand Hotel in Leigh-on-Sea had also hit a financial stumbling block. He was building 5 luxury houses in Bolton, called the Bonham Grange Estate, where the asking price for a 5-bedroom property is £1.75 million. But some of the properties had been on the market since November 2019 and remained unsold at the time of his death. It is believed the financial loss was the latest in a long line of money issues Mick had suffered over the 2-year period, made worse by the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Last month Kirk paid a moving tribute to his father as he marked 1 year since his tragic death. The former TOWIE star took to Instagram to share a heartwarming photo collage of the pair of them throughout the years, with Kirk remarking, "You are not just my dad, you are my idol and best friend." Among the images shared by Kirk was one of him as a child, with a younger-looking Mick sweetly cradling his boy. Kirk wrote alongside the snaps, "Dad. I could write a million words and tell a million's story, but none of that would be enough to describe the love and respect I have for you. You are not just my dad, you are my idol and best friend. Thank you for everything you have ever done. I love you more and more each down. 1 year ago today you left us, Dad, but it only feels like yesterday. Miss you so much, big man, heart, heart, heart. Sick. The TV personality also took to his Instagram stories, where he told how he was remaining upbeat on the anniversary as he remembered the good times and fond memories he shared with his father. He explained to his followers, "I'm not thinking about what me and my dad have missed, I keep thinking about what me and my father had. We had an amazing life together. He had an amazing life on his own. So I just think about the good times. We never know if we've got tomorrow anyway, so there's no point thinking about tomorrow. Think about all the good times, the memories. My dad lives a very fantastic, colorful life. He was very successful in what had done, and I've got to take pride in that." The tribute came a day after Kirk broke down in tears in his first TV interview since his dad's passing, admitting on Loose Women that he still hasn't come to terms with the loss and has battled post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) after attempting to revive him. Kirk also revealed that he briefly relapsed into his drug addiction after Mick's death but has now been clean for 9 months. Ahead of the 1-year anniversary of Mick's death on Friday, Kirk was a guest on Loose Women to support their Stand By Your Man campaign. He explained that due to Mick's diabetes, he was classed as high risk during the COVID pandemic, and was forced to shield for most of lockdown, which took a huge toll on his mental health. Kirk explained, "It has been the quickest year ever and the slowest year ever. It's so hard to explain. I've got a bit of a mental block. I can't remember my dad being here, but I can like a dream. That's who my dad was, he was a host. He wanted to make everyone smile around him. Lockdown has really affected people who excel to be around people and make people smile. We locked him down hard. He was diabetic. If you're on your own, it's the worst place to be in. You've got to tell people." Asked why he thinks that Mick, who was a regular cast member on TOWIE, didn't tell anyone about his struggles, Kirk said, "He is old school. He was a docker. He worked in the docks in the 60s and 70s, and I believe that era in men. I don't know if they think it's a weakness. It's not, you know. If my mate comes and says, 'I'm struggling,' do you know how strong I think that person is? I live next to my father." That morning, he was coming in and doing what he normally does. He gave me his next business strategy. That afternoon, he killed himself. Kirk then detailed the devastating moment he found his father's body, breaking down in tears as he recalled his attempts to revive him. He told the panel, "I was indoors, having my lunch, and I got a call from my dad's partner saying, 'I can't find your dad.' And I don't know why, even though I saw him that morning, I knew what had happened. We knew he was in the house, had locked himself in the house, and I smashed through the door. He hanged himself and I found him. I gave him CPR, I tried my best. I knew he was gone though, I knew the minute I saw him. It was surreal. It was like my life ended, but I had so much to do at the same time. Once I knew it was done, I laid with my father and told him it was time to rest." Kirk admitted Hess suffered terrible flashbacks in the wake of his father's death, and despite receiving support from his family, he is yet to seek professional help. He added that after battling his own mental health struggles, he wants to encourage men to speak out and get help if they're suffering. "I tried to commit suicide many years ago. I didn't think I had a purpose then," Kirk told the panel. "I felt I was, but now I've got to take a positive out of what I've seen happen and the carnage it's caused, and knowing that my dad had to do it, but no one has to do that. If you've ended a relationship, you can get another one. If you've lost all your money, you can get more money. If you've lost your job, you can get another job. I didn't feel like I had a purpose. I've got to take a positive from what I've seen happen, the carnage that it's caused. No one has to do that. Everyone that's watching this, you have survived 100% of your worst days. Why can't you survive more?" Kirk said. "I have huge respect for my dad. He was my best friend and my dad. He still is. I still conduct myself daily talking to my dad. It all turned negative. I used to say, 'Dad, this ain't you,' snap out of it. It's been hard. I genuinely believe the day my dad died, I turned into a man." Kirk also revealed that he briefly relapsed into his drug addiction after Mick's death, but Hess now close to being 9 months sober. He continued, "I am a recovering drug addict. I am proud to say, I relapsed the day after my dad died. I couldn't get the image out of my head. I am a couple of days from being 9 months sober. I am doing this for him and everyone else. I don't want anyone else to go through what he did, and what we did as a family. It doesn't make you any less of a man if you say you're struggling." Following his appearance on Loose Women, Kirk was lauded by viewers for speaking so candidly about Mick's death, and helping to raise awareness about mental health struggles in men. One wrote, "What an emotional interview with Kirk Norcross on At Loose Women. The stigma needs to stop when it comes to talking about depression. Especially for men who are ashamed for talking about it. Hope this interview brings more awareness." Another added, "Was so emotional to watch Kirk Norcross on Loose Women, so strong. Your dad would be proud. You truly have become a man. Just want to give you a hug at Kirk_official. You will have such a different to someone today." For confidential support, call the Samaritans on 116,123 or visit a local Samaritans branch. See www.samaritans.org for details.